Hey, it's all with another video. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed yourself and to subscribe for more of this and all things Warcraft. This should be a quick one. I'm going to give you a walkthrough on a little trick to make it so that you can see more of what's in front of you using an add-on called Dynamiccam. I featured this add-on a couple of times, but I wanted to remake this video to keep it fresh. Alright, let's jump right into it with the default view. Here we go. With our character in the center of the screen as usual, let's identify what we're looking at here. The top half of the screen is what we can consider as the front of our character, while the bottom half shows us what is behind our character. I think we can establish that pretty well, unless you're the type that likes to fight things that you can't really see. Well, whatever. We're going to use Dynamiccam to decrease what we can see behind us, but give ourselves a bigger field of vision of what's in front of us. It's really good for all kinds of players, but especially for melee, who might be tired of looking at a boss's legs all the time, you feel me? So first things first, go download Dynamiccam. There's a link below, and just go grab it and come on right back. Next, log into WoW with Dynamiccam turned on, and I recommend that you leave all of your other add-ons activated while you configure this, and I'll talk a little bit more on that later. As soon as you log in, you should see a prompt to open up the add-on menu. If not, type /DC to open it. Dynamiccam is a pretty cool add-on that does a lot of things that we're not going to use. There's just one thing we're going to use, so we're going to disable all of the other features. To make things easy, you can import my profile by going into the Import/Export menu and then copy-paste the pinned comment below. If that doesn't work, or you otherwise don't trust me, you're going to need to manually disable all the features of the add-on. Start by going to Presets, and in the pull-down menu, select that vanilla preset that's provided by default, and that's going to disable most of the features, or what they call situations. Then go to the Situations menu and disable the choices that are still highlighted. Select each of the highlighted situations and uncheck the Enable Situation box. Once everything has gone dark, you're almost there. Now go to Settings and turn on Dynamic Pitch. You'll immediately see your camera angle shift, and your character is now a little bit off-center. You can see a little bit less behind your character, but a little bit more in front of them. The base FOV pad, or the base field of vision pad, is the slider that we're going to pay attention to for the rest of this tutorial. A value of 1 is the WoW default, and you can adjust the slider to see less and less of what's behind you. My personal preference is to set this to 0.5, so I can still see a little bit of what's behind me. There's a reason I asked you to keep your other add-ons enabled, because this change in camera angle can be disruptive in two ways, and this is one of them. Many of you may have to adjust your action bars or other elements to make room for your character to stay in view. Like, you can set the field of vision pad to the lowest setting, but you probably want to make sure your UI doesn't get in the way. The other disruption comes from just not being used to having your character off-center, which can be a little disorienting if there are obstructions behind you. Normally, with the field of vision at the center of your screen, obstructions in the center would force the camera to zoom in because that's where your character is. When the field of vision is changed though, your character shifts downward, and the camera is going to respond accordingly. This is going to take some getting used to, and it can be a little bit confusing at times. So that about rounds up the how-to. If you have any other questions, leave them in a comment below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Until then, stay safe, stay happy, and stay breezy.